Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. On this channel, our aim is to create our videos of the things that will be beneficial for the students who wants to apply to Canada for pursuing their career as physiotherapists. In this video, I will guide you on the credentialing, how to fill out the credentials forms and what forms are required and how to fill them out. And on this particular channel you will see as we move forward, I will put some more videos of my journey to become a physiotherapist. But this is the first video and this is the first step that you need to do in order to become a physiotherapist. You have to go to, basically you have to fill out the credentials form, and then once you receive the result of your credentials, then your journey to become a physiotherapist begins. So for the safety of our identity, we have used a wrong credit card info in this video. So let's begin. So here is the link of the website that you can punch in either directly on the Explorer or if you want, say, you can basically click on Google CAPR credential forms, and the first link that appear, you can click on that one. It's up to you. So these are the forms, these are the application forms that are required for your application. So the first form we will discuss is the educational credentials and qualification assessment. So this form is to be filled out by you, not your institution. So it's very important. There are few documents that has to be filled out by your institution, and some document that has to be filled out by you, and the supporting document has to be sent out by you as well. So the question, the point one is basically asking you, yeah, if it's the initial application, you check mark on uh, initial application, then reopen filed application if it's a reopened one. If you want a reassessment, then you will click on the third option. In this scenario, we basically are making a scenario that it's the initial application. So therefore, we clicked on the initial application. You will click on type in your date of birth, Mr. or Miss. Basically, you will type in your current legal name, that is either on your passport or your main identity document. So first name, last name. If you have a middle name, you can type in your middle name. And sometime like females, they get married and their father name, now they have changed it to converted their last name to their husband's name. So if you have any former last name, you can punch in your last name. Then your address is street, on street, and if it's a name, then you just write the name. The city, province. So in this scenario, we put British Columbia. You will put Canadian postal code or any other country postal code if you are not in Canada and you are applying directly from outside of Canada. You will fill out the country name. If you are outside, if it's a Canada or if it's outside Canada. If you are from Pakistan, type in Pakistan. Home telephone number, you will write down your telephone number. Address, email address. So basically when I was filling it out, it's a fillable PDF version, but I would recommend. Their fillable version is not great, so I would recommend you to print it out, the forms, and handwrite those information. So when I punch in my name of institution, it's on the line, but it's not showing up. Basically, it's not taking onto or it's not wrapping up or wrap text the information. So the name of my institution is the University of Health Sciences, country in Karachi, Pakistan. So the date of my journey began was 29th of November 2012. So I put that end date in there as well, slash end date, which was 1st June 2018, and I received my degree, was issued on 31st of October 2018. Full title of the document or the degree is the Doctor of Physical Therapy. In native language, you can just write down in English, it doesn't matter, or at least I typed in my like in English. However, my back home, my native language was Urdu, but I prefer to type in English. So the fees, when you download the latest version directly from the website, so I would highly recommend you, just before you gonna apply, make sure you download at that time all the forms, so that it will be latest forms on you download it, because sometime like in their new version the fees keep changing, and then you will get your application back, and then you have to write down the correct information, like basically the correct fees. So it increase the processing time of your application. So basically you click on the check mark, credit card, and over here you will type down your priorities, where you want to work as physiotherapist. So I start with BC, Alberta. So you just type in based on your priority. Very important note that if you're basically we will not restart your assessment until they basically CAPR needs all your documents. If your application is not complete, your assessment will get delayed. So they until they receive all the document, they won't start the processing of your document. However, you can begin your assessment before providing them the proof of English language proficiency in English or French, or your degree. But or basically they want your in this scenario they want like your degree has been completed, but you haven't received your degree or your convocation hasn't happened yet. So make sure once you finish your final semester, only after that you can apply, and then until you got the convocation, until your convocation has been done, you receive your degree, and then you submit them your degree. So just go through those important points. It's very important. For this video, I'm not going through each point. So make sure you sign on the applicant and the date you signed. Send your completed application, checklist, fees, and supporting document to this address. Credit card authorization. So you will type down your whatever the. So in this scenario, it could be your brother, it could be your husband, or anyone can fill out that. You can use their credit card information for all. So you need to the name. So if it's your husband, you make sure they sign on this and sign over here as well, and all the information. Basically, they type in. So just a screenshot that one, and then it will be easier for you, or if you asking someone else information, so you know like what information you required from them in order to complete this form. So the second form is the educational credentials and qualifications assessment application checklist. So complete both pages of this checklist and make a photocopy of it, and all supporting document for your own file. Uh, Make sure that you have included all the application document with your application. Failure to do so will basically your file will be returned. So completed application, sign, check mark, money order or credit card information if it's attached, identity document. Make sure all your supporting documents or your legal, for example, passport supporting document, so that your first name and last name matches, or your marriage certificate if you're using a former name, or any other supporting document for your former name purposes. Make sure you notarize them, all the supporting document. So notarize clinical internship certificate. So there are some additional requirement. Please refer to Appendix A. Appendix 1. And so any document that you are sending, basically you click on attach, and if some of the document that the university is sending, then you need to select on the university sending. Please also check that you have not stapled any document. So paper, pen, or clip the document, but do not staple the document. Don't include any original document because they won't be returned. And send us the transcript or mark sheet yourself. They must come from the basically not don't send the transcript or mark sheet to you, from yourself. They have to be coming from the authorized institutions. So this is a checklist. The issuing institution must send off the following document directly to their office. They cannot complete your assessment without these documents. So document request form, which is the third form, I will go through after this, and we're gonna shortly talk on that one as well. Academic record, basically your degree, either like in Pakistan, it's basically the through HEC, you will get your degree, no, basically certified, or so they have HEC has to send that document. Clinical internship certificate, basically your university has to provide that one. And official language proficiency score. There are different methods through them you can prove your degree uh, through your proficiency. So in my case, I took the IELTS, and then you have to go to the IELTS website and ask that they there are options available that they will send directly to the CAPR Institute, your score. Make sure you read all of those, and it's very important when your institution send it. They should have they should keep a copy of the waybill, because sometime like CAPR will get back to you and they want some proof, so that waybill will be the proof that institution has sent that document directly. So the third document that your university has to, or your institution has to fill it out, is the educational credential and qualification assessment document request form. So this form is you can fill it out pre-filled out and take that information and to your professor, your head of the department, and so that they only need to write down, like they need to sign. The once they verify the information, they just need to sign it out. So you can do before going to your professor. So for thou, this number you will see on your degree, so you can put that number, or anyone else in the world, like if whatever the doctor student ID number of yours, you can just fill out that one. So there is a very important step, uh, important information written there. The information must be placed in an envelope ensuring the institution is stamped and seal the envelope, and the institution is listed as the sender of package including courier package. We will not accept this document by mail, so your institution has to send it directly. So sometimes some institution doesn't don't send it, so I will mm, um, basically there are steps you can take in for that purpose. So just message me and I will let you know how and what method you can take for this point too. So the person who can sign off on these documents are your institution's registrar, controller of examination, or other authorized officials such as principal, dean, or head of the department. The institution must send this information directly to CAPR office, not by the student. They will not accept it. Please note that we will not accept digital or electronic signature, seals, or stamp on. So we require institution authorized official stamp. So basically, your head of the department has to click that, has to handwrite, hand sign the document and put up and like stamped it. So document to be sent directly to the CAPR. Once you read it through and check mark, so your once you basically a copy of this entire all 6 pages, once you have it, attach it and put it in an envelope. Your institution will put those in an envelope. A copy of notarized scores, your transcript, that your doc basically HEC will send it directly as well, plus a copy of your degree or your mark sheet. You can notarize it and you can send it through institution as well. So there are two, basically two, through two institution your degree is going, once it's going through HSC, and the second a copy um, of your transcript is going through your institution. For students educated in Bangladesh, India, and Pakistan, there are some additional information. They have to submit their clock hours document. So you can ask DAO has format. They can provide you attested copy of clinical internship certificate. So please attach that one. So send this form including page 1 and 2 along with the other document mentioned on this checklist on this form to CAPR by your institution, not the student. So previously at my time there used to be form A, form B, form C, and form D, but now they have different they created a new versions, and they are not calling that anymore. They're still calling this form D as a document request form. So that's why I mentioned earlier that it's very important that you download the latest version from the website. And so in my case I used in this video, for this video purpose, I use a wrong name, but the title of that person was HOD of my department. He signed for example purpose. So all these things, all 3 points, you can pre-fill it out, because you know like through which person gonna sign it out. So in signature he will sign this document, and a school, your institution will seal or stamp. So you will fill out this information. All those information can be filled it out. You can ask your HOD what's their email address. So provide that email address there, and basically all those required information just tally according to your scenario or according to your conditions, whatever. Um, Fill out those information there. So in my case, it was a 5 year course, and that is basically 10 semester. And my program basically was part of Ministry of Education Department of Ministry or Department of Education. Uh, you need to go through according to your scenario and select which one. If you are from Pakistan and a student of DAO, you can just copy it exactly and provide some detailed information there. Basically, just read it. Is that degree the only document the student would need in order to work as a physiotherapist after successfully completion your program? So after completing the DAO program in Pakistan, they are allowed to work as a physiotherapist, or in maybe in your country you need to go for some other certification or license program that you have to take before work as a physiotherapist. So put those information in there, and if you need some guidance how what information need to be filled out, please message us. So this information as well, just read, go by your scenario. In for student of DAO or in Pakistan, they can just right click on all yes. In my time, it was the total hour was 1,188, and these are the hours that was we break down and my internships throughout. So I put down those information there, and you can basically for musculoskeleton, skeletal, you put those one neurological, and then all those cardiorespiratory or any other, so you need to fill those one out. Please make sure that you send this you don't send this document, your institution has to send this document directly to this address. They don't want this document to be faxed or emailed, so it has to go through hard copy. Basically you have to mail them on this address. So appendix A, for other like all the whatever the countries they have put it in there, they have an specific additional documentation they needed. For Pakistan, I don't have any idea on the other countries, but sorry, for Pakistan, basically the official academic record, mark sheet or statement, an official physiotherapy degree must be attested by HEC. So people in Pakistan, they know like what HEC is. So you can go to their website. You have to create a login ID, login ID there, and then you have to fill out that you need to basically request your degree to be attested. So there is fees that you need to pay. Uh, so once you do that, they will take at least I guess in on that thing you will mention them that please send this document directly to CAPR. They will do that. They might take you some extra charges. There is another way as well. You can again contact me and I will guide you. You need just message me down below, or if you know, you can contact me directly and I will guide you how what step you need to do for HAC. Your college must submit the attested documentation regarding your clock hours. So DAO has a template available. They can fill that one for you, and you can attach that. They will attach along with this document request form. The form that has 1 to 6 pages. Uh, yeah. So basically, all your document has to be notarized. So make sure any supporting document that you put, please make them notarized. So it's very easy to get notarized in Pakistan. So please do so.